Good morning and welcome to our channel, where we explore timeless wisdom for a healthier life. Today we are traveling high up into the beautiful Andes Mountains of South America. We are going to uncover the secrets of the long-lived people who call these mountains home. Many of you might have heard about superfoods like quinoa or maca, and while they are wonderful, the true story of Andean longevity is so much richer and deeper. It's a story about a way of life, a community, and a connection to the earth that we can all learn from. Before we begin our journey, I have a simple question for you all. What is one small thing you do each day that connects you to nature, even for just a moment? Perhaps it's tending to a houseplant, watching the birds from your window, or simply feeling the sun on your face. Please share your small daily ritual in the comments below. I would genuinely love to read them. Now let's explore the secrets to a long and vibrant life, inspired by the people of the Andes. When we think of health and longevity, our modern world often pushes us towards a single magic pill or a trendy diet. We are told to buy this exotic berry or that expensive powder promising us youth and vitality. But the people living in the small villages dotted across the Andean highlands have a different perspective. For them, a long and healthy life isn't something you buy in a store. It's something you build every single day through your actions, your relationships, and your food. Their secret is not one single thing, but a beautiful tapestry woven from many different threads. It is a lifestyle that has been passed down through generations, long before the term superfood was ever invented. So let's first talk about the very ground they walk on and the air they breathe, because their environment plays a huge role. These communities are often situated at very high altitudes, sometimes thousands of feet above sea level. Living this high up means the air is thinner, containing less oxygen than what most of us are used to. Over generations, their bodies have adapted in remarkable ways, developing stronger lungs and more efficient hearts. Their bodies have learned to do more with less oxygen, which makes their entire cardiovascular system incredibly robust and healthy. Now, we can't all move to the top of a mountain, but the lesson here is the profound importance of our breathing and the quality of our air. Taking deep, full breaths and spending time in places with fresh, clean air can have a wonderful effect on our well-being. Another fundamental secret is constant natural movement, which is very different from what we call exercise. In the Andes, life is physically active by nature, not by choice or by a gym schedule. People do not set aside 1 hour to go for a run on a treadmill and then sit for the rest of the day. Instead, their entire day is filled with gentle, consistent, and purposeful movement. They walk up and down steep mountain paths to visit neighbors or tend to their fields. They work the land using traditional farming methods, which involves bending, lifting, and carrying. Every task, from fetching water to herding llamas or alpacas, keeps their bodies in motion. This type of low-impact, all-day activity is fantastic for maintaining strong bones, flexible joints, and a healthy weight without putting excessive strain on the body. It's a powerful reminder that staying active doesn't have to mean intense workouts. It can simply mean weaving more movement into the fabric of our day. Taking the stairs, gardening, walking to the local shop, or even doing more chores around the house can all contribute to this healthier, more natural way of staying fit. Now let's turn to the food that fuels these vibrant people, and it's about so much more than just a few famous grains. The true Andean diet is based on the principle of eating whole, unprocessed foods that come directly from the earth, or Pachamama, as they call her. Their plates are filled with foods that are grown locally, often in their own family gardens, and are perfectly suited to their environment. The absolute cornerstone of their diet for thousands of years has been the potato. We are not talking about the French fries or processed potato chips we see in our supermarkets. The Andes are the birthplace of the potato, and there are thousands of different varieties in all shapes, sizes, and colors. These potatoes are packed with complex carbohydrates, which provide slow, sustained energy throughout the day, perfect for a life of physical activity. They are also a fantastic source of potassium, a mineral that is crucial for maintaining healthy blood pressure, which is often a concern as we get older. Another staple is corn, but again, it's different from the sweet yellow corn we might be used to. Andean corn, often called choclo, has large, chewy kernels and is less sweet. It's a wonderful source of fiber, which is essential for good digestion and helps to keep you feeling full and satisfied. Legumes also play a starring role in their diet, particularly a local bean called tarwi. Tarwi, also known as the Andean lupini bean, is a true powerhouse of nutrition. It is incredibly high in plant-based protein, which is vital for maintaining muscle mass as we age. Just 1 cup of cooked tarwi beans provides more protein than a large chicken breast, making it a wonderful food for strong muscles and bones. It's also loaded with fiber, with a single serving containing more fiber than 2 large bowls of oatmeal, which helps to keep the digestive system regular and healthy. And of course, we must talk about the famous Andean grains like quinoa, kiwicha, and amaranth. These are not new trendy foods. They have been cultivated and eaten for centuries. What makes them so special is that they are complete proteins, meaning they contain all the essential amino acids our bodies need, similar to meat or eggs. This makes them an exceptionally nutritious foundation for any meal, providing building blocks for every cell in our body. They are also naturally gluten-free and easy to digest, making them a gentle yet powerful source of nourishment. The Andean people don't just rely on carbohydrates and proteins, they also incorporate very healthy fats into their diet. One incredible source of this is a nut called the sacha inchi, or the Inca peanut. These nuts are one of the richest plant-based sources of omega-3 fatty acids on the planet. These are the same healthy fats found in fish like salmon, and they are incredibly important for brain health, reducing inflammation, and keeping the heart strong. To give you an idea, eating just a small handful of sacha inchi nuts can provide you with more beneficial omega-3s than a large fillet of salmon. When it comes to animal products, the Andean approach is one of moderation and respect. Meat is not typically the centerpiece of every meal as it is in many Western cultures. They might eat lean, hardy animals like alpaca, llama, or guinea pig, but these are often reserved for special occasions or eaten in smaller quantities. These meats are naturally very lean and grass-fed, providing high-quality protein without the unhealthy saturated fats found in much of our mass-produced meat. This teaches us a valuable lesson in moderation and choosing quality over quantity. Hydration is also approached in a very natural and medicinal way. Instead of sugary sodas or juices, people often drink herbal teas made from plants that grow all around them. One of the most famous is coca tea, made from the leaves of the coca plant. For centuries, this tea has been used to help with the effects of high altitude, providing a gentle boost of energy and aiding digestion. It is a sacred plant and a traditional remedy used with great respect. Another popular tea is munya, a type of wild mint that is wonderful for settling the stomach after a meal. These teas not only provide hydration, but also deliver a host of beneficial plant compounds that support overall health. So the Andean diet is not about restriction or counting calories, it's about abundance. It is an abundance of whole, natural, and nutrient-dense foods that work together to create a strong, resilient body. It's a diet low in sugar, unhealthy fats, and processed ingredients, and incredibly rich in fiber, vitamins, and minerals. However, as we said at the beginning, the true secret to Andean longevity extends far beyond the plate. Perhaps the most important and powerful element is the strength of their social fabric and their deep sense of community. In our modern societies, loneliness and social isolation have become a serious health crisis, especially for older adults. In the Andes, the concept of community is woven into the very essence of their culture. A central principle of their social life is a concept known as Ayni. Ayni is a Quechua word that means today for you, tomorrow for me. It is a philosophy of reciprocity and mutual help that governs daily life. If a family needs help building a house or harvesting their crops, the entire community will come together to help, without any expectation of payment. They do this with the understanding that when they are in need, their neighbors will be there for them in the same way. This creates an incredibly strong social safety net, ensuring that no one is ever left to face hardship alone. This deep sense of belonging and mutual support is one of the most powerful buffers against stress and depression. Knowing you have people you can rely on, and people who rely on you, provides a profound sense of security and purpose. Another beautiful aspect of their community is that it is multi-generational. It is very common for grandparents, parents, and children to live together or very close by. Grandparents are not sent away to care homes. They are respected elders who play a vital and active role in the family and community. They are the keepers of tradition, the storytellers and the caregivers for the youngest generation. This daily interaction between different age groups keeps older individuals feeling valued, needed, and mentally engaged. It gives them a clear purpose every single day, which is one of the most important ingredients for a long and happy life. It also ensures that wisdom and life skills are passed down from one generation to the next, keeping the culture and its healthy traditions alive. Socializing isn't a scheduled event. It's a constant, natural part of life. People gather in the village square, they work together in the fields, and they share meals together. There are frequent festivals and celebrations that bring everyone together to dance, sing, and strengthen their bonds. This constant social interaction is a powerful antidote to the loneliness that can so easily creep into our lives. The lesson for us is clear. Nurturing our relationships is just as important as nurturing our bodies. Making an effort to help a neighbor, calling a friend, or spending quality time with family can have a bigger impact on our health than any superfood. Finally, we must look at the Andean mindset, their unique way of viewing the world, time, and stress. This spiritual and mental aspect of their lives is the glue that holds everything else together. There is a deep spiritual connection to the natural world, which they call Pachamama, or Mother Earth. They see the earth not as a resource to be exploited, but as a living, breathing entity that provides them with everything they need. This fosters a profound sense of respect, gratitude, and belonging. They live in harmony with the cycles of the sun, the moon, and the seasons, not by the frantic ticking of a clock. This connection to nature has a very calming and grounding effect on the mind. Life in the Andes also moves at a much slower, more deliberate pace. People are not rushing from one appointment to the next, constantly checking their phones and worrying about deadlines. Their lives are dictated by the needs of the day, tending to the animals, working the land, preparing food, and spending time with family. This slower pace of life dramatically reduces the chronic stress that plagues so many of us in the modern world. Chronic stress is a major contributor to almost every age-related disease, from heart problems to a weakened immune system. By living a less hurried life, the Andean people protect themselves from this constant barrage of stress hormones. This is not to say their lives are easy. They face many hardships living in such a challenging environment. But they have developed a remarkable resilience and a mindset of acceptance. They focus on what is truly important: family, community, and having enough to eat. And they don't get upset about the small, trivial things. They have a deep sense of gratitude for what they have, rather than constantly striving for more. This perspective helps them navigate life's challenges with a sense of grace and inner peace. So how can we, living in our very different world, incorporate some of this Andean wisdom into our own lives? It's not about trying to replicate their lifestyle exactly, but about embracing the underlying principles. Let's start with movement. Think about how you can build more natural, gentle movement into your day. Instead of forcing yourself to go to a gym you dislike, maybe you could start a small garden in your backyard or on a balcony. You could make a point to walk to the post office instead of driving, or choose the stairs instead of the elevator. Simple, consistent movement every day is far more beneficial than occasional, intense bursts of exercise. When it comes to your diet, focus on adding more whole, unprocessed foods. You don't need to completely change everything overnight. You could start by making sure you have a vegetable with every meal, or by swapping a processed snack for a piece of fruit or a handful of nuts. Try incorporating some of their staples like potatoes, beans, or quinoa into your weekly meals. These foods are inexpensive, versatile, and incredibly nourishing. A very important nutrient for us as we get older is vitamin D, which is often called the sunshine vitamin. It's crucial for strong bones, a healthy immune system, and a stable mood. Many of us don't get enough, especially during the winter months. Health experts often recommend that older adults aim for around 800 international units, or 20 micrograms per day. To put that into perspective, you would get that amount from eating a little over 3 ounces of cooked salmon. You can also get vitamin D from spending about 15 to 20 minutes in the midday sun with your arms and legs exposed, though this can vary greatly depending on your location and skin type. The Andean people, living under the strong mountain sun, naturally get plenty of this essential vitamin. Let's also think about nurturing our community, our own version of Ayni. Reach out to a friend you haven't spoken to in a while. Offer to help a neighbor with their groceries. Schedule a regular dinner or a weekly phone call with your family members. Building and maintaining these social connections is a powerful investment in your long-term health and happiness. Find ways to feel needed and to contribute your wisdom and experience to those around you. And finally, let's work on our mindset. Try to spend a little time in nature each day, even if it's just sitting in a park or by a window. Take a few moments to notice the feeling of the breeze, the sound of the birds, or the beauty of a flower. Practice gratitude by thinking of 3 things you are thankful for before you go to sleep each night. Try to let go of the small worries that don't truly matter and focus on the things that bring you joy and a sense of purpose. The incredible longevity of the Andean people teaches us a profound and hopeful lesson. A long, healthy, and happy life is not the result of a single secret ingredient or a complicated anti-aging formula. It is the beautiful outcome of a simple, balanced, and connected way of living. It is about moving our bodies naturally, eating real food from the earth, nurturing our relationships, and living with a sense of purpose and gratitude. These are not secrets hidden away on a mountaintop. They are timeless truths that are available to every single one of us, no matter where we live. We can all choose to weave a little more of this Andean wisdom into our own lives, one small step at a time. Thank you so much for joining me today on this journey to the Andes. I hope you found it as inspiring as I do. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more content exploring traditional wisdom for modern health, please consider subscribing to the channel. Your support helps us continue to create these videos for you.